know a lot of half these Negroes, like Master P, be talking about ownership. Go check their ownership, see what they really own. West up.
What up, y'all? It's Jay Coffee. So you hear Wack100. That's a little clip. I did a blog yesterday covering this whole situation. Link will be pinned in the bio. Go check that out if you have not already. And, Wack, we know how Wack is down. He likes to talk greasy. He likes to troll. He likes to, start a lot of issues, beef. That's what he does. That's Wack100. He's the toughest guy ever in the history of the internet. You know what I mean? Everyone's got to catch a fade on his hood, but really no fades never happen. You know what I mean? Except for stitches. But like I said, this is a snippet of what Wack had to say. You can catch the whole thing, link pinned in the bio. And, Wack actually, some of what he was saying there, wasn't his typical fuckery where he's just trying to start problems. You know what I mean? Like, it seemed like there was some substance behind what he was saying, and he was speaking on Kanye West's disrespect of Harriet Tubman. And it's like, oh, okay, Wack's, bringing something to the table here, because Wack every now and then does, have something to say, or, does some good deeds for people or things like that. Like it's like 90% fuckery, 10% other, you know what I mean? But at the end of the statement is where we hear what was in the beginning of this. Out of nowhere, he decides to throw Master P's name in there and say that, Master P's capping, he don't really own nothing, you know what I mean? Because in this statement, he, Wack was talking about working with the Jews and different things, that he's learned about business. And, he was speaking on Nick Cannon's situation within the podcast, that controversy as well. But it's like, I don't know, where Master P fits into all this. Like, that's what I mean. Like 90% fuckery, 90% fuckery, 10% substance. So he's got some substance to what he's saying, and then he just decides to diss Master P and say Master P's capping, and it's, lying to the people and leading people down the wrong path and all this. Like it was just, I didn't get it. You know what I mean? And Master P puts out a statement, you know what I mean? Keeps it funky and truthful, from the heart, honest, all that, which is also link pinned in the bio. You could catch that as well in that blog and everything, and just keeps, responds like it is. And then Wack is like, decides to throw this other caption that you see talking about clean it up. Like, yeah, Master P, like, better or something. Like, he made Master P say that. I just didn't understand it. It was just all so bizarre, you know what I mean? And it continues the legend of Wack100 on Instagram. Some of the craziest off the wall shit you'll ever see in your life. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm just a hip-hop fan, but I do have some sources within the industry, and from everything to my knowledge, from what I've ever heard or what I've ever known, Master P has always been nothing but a solid individual and did a lot of good for himself and artists signed up under him on No Limit, and did own a lot of his own stuff. Like, Master P was one of the guys that helped change the game, so I don't know, you know what I mean? It's just, who knows why Wack says what he says. Well, earlier I caught a blog by Spider Loke, you know what I mean, who knows Wack100 very well. And, Spider Loke put it out there, as we know, Wack used to use Spider Loke's name, you know what I mean, to call him family, all that, use his name for different reasons, when it was in his best interest, you know what I mean? And then later, talk shit like he does,
10:45, we got Wack. He says he's games manager. What's up, Wack?
Yo. What's up, dude? It's Wack. Homie, it's K Slay, man. I'm name's Game and Ray J. I'm the one behind K Slay out here on the west.
That's what's up, man.
All right, y'all. So you hear that? That's Rude Jude on Shade 45, Eminem's Sirius Radio satellite channel. And you heard what he said, right? This is when Wack was first, like, Wack wasn't anything like he is now. You know what I mean? Like, no one knew Wack at this time. And he's calling in. This is right after the 40 Glock game situation went down with the edited tape and all that. And peep what Rude Jude said there. He said, he says he's game's manager. Rude Jude works for Eminem. Rude Jude's like within the industry. He knows people. Peep it. If you really think about it, he don't know who this guy is. Game's manager was Tato at this time. But pay attention to this, y'all.
I wacko all of them.
Yeah,
I know 40 Glock personally. I manage game. He's telling the bunch, it's a whole bunch of shit that I'm just going to point out to clear it. I'm the reason why ain't nobody dead yet. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm the one to keep the peace out here on both sides, me and Big U.
Damn, so you heard that, man. There was a lot of name dropping. I'm K Slays, man. I keep K Slays safe out on the West. Me and Big U, that's my man. Wacko, this guy, that guy. It literally sounds like a game verse. So much name dropping in there. Listen, whenever someone got people drop names like, yo, you might know me because of this guy to verify themselves. It's understandable. But if you have to name drop 10 people to, try to even get someone to know who you are, that's not a good look. You feel me? And he's the only reason nobody's dead yet on both sides. He's keeping the peace. Come on, man.
You out here on our side, so you understand our politics. So, I'm just going to clear it up. We're going to get it like that.
Okay. So what's up?
I mean, right now, my whole thing is first and foremost is like this. When Game wanted to head up Fade, 40 Glock didn't want to fight. On Paroled, he know it. You know what I'm saying? It was going to be simple. I was going to go pick Game up. My man Big U was going to kick 40 Glock up. You got an OG Crip and an OG Blood.
Now, once again, there's a lot more name dropping and heavy on the Big U. You know what I mean? Because Big U's name rings bells. And, through business and different politics and things like that, and kissing Big U's ass, Wack100 got in with him. And just, Big U has been, him using Big U's name has been instrumental between the mix of street politics and industry politics and business politics for Wack100 to be who he is as far as this persona that he puts on.
Here we go. On the subject of Nip was a legend, man. I see the stuff that's going on the internet, man. I'm going to tell you like this. Nip was more than a legend to me. That's why I gave him an award while he was living, before he passed, because he meant so much to me while he was living. And he's even more in his death to the rest of the world. And the world get to see and hear what he was saying and talking about. I don't get into all the internet stuff. I don't chase that. I do my posts on the internet and I get off. This is what us as grown men, older men aspire to be, what Nip was able to obtain. I'm happy that my kid is a legend. You know what I mean? Like he ain't even a legend. He passed that. And I'm gonna say it again, man. With impunity, my nigga was more than a legend. He was more than whatever the world was. We gave him his award right before he died. You know what I mean? Right when he was living. You know what I mean? And I hope he get these Grammys. And can't nobody take that from him. So y'all stop getting excited when somebody say shit. That shit can't nobody take nothing from him. I mean, 2 times bigger in life than he was ever in music. Believe that. Niggas gonna grow to be like Nip. But that's all I'm gonna say on this subject. I'm not gonna talk on it no more. I don't do the internet thing. You know what I mean? I talked to Wack earlier 2-3 times today and a couple of days, you know what I mean? But y'all got Nip, man. We got him in our heart, man. Don't worry about what nobody else saying, man. Let Wack do what he doing. Let everybody else say what he got opinion in that.
So you hear Big U, you know what I mean, that's Wack's everything as far as name dropping to try to certify himself. You feel me? From the moment he got on that Shade 4 or 5 call and introduced himself to all of us fans within the hip hop industry. But anyways, that would, Wack went on the whole campaign dissing Nipsey Hussle, trying to say he wasn't a legend, and ended up getting socked out by J-Rock of All Money. And I've covered it all on this channel. You want the link to them blogs, tap in with me. I'll DM them to you. But you know what I mean? That was Big U basically saying, stop listening to all the fuckery that Wack be saying. And there's other clips out there that I didn't even, compile into this video, where Big U went on to say more. And for quite some time, he actually cut Wack off. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of bozo shit by Wack, but let's get back to this Shade 4 or 5 call with Rude Jude.
Got game, we got 40 Glock, we gonna kill it. All right, now let's understand one thing. This whole fuel beat comes from Spider Loc era. Okay? 40 Glock was one of the Spider Loc little yes man boys. Spider Loc my family. You know what I mean? So, you know, we all good on that end one way or another. 40 Glock ain't even from LA. You ain't even from LA County. When you go to jail in San Bernardino County. The politics in the penitentiary, we don't even fuck niggas like you anyway.
So you heard what Wack's talking about there. He's name dropping everybody, like we were just saying on this interview, trying to sound like a major factor, introducing himself to the hip hop world. He drops Big U's name. He's the game's manager. He was with Death Row. He was talking about Spider Loc. Also, he drops the Loc's name, SPI. Talking about they gave the game a pass, which is a whole incident that Spider Loc has mentioned numerous times, that was 40 Glock when they had game hemmed up on Sunset. SPI wasn't even a part of that. But that's what I'm saying is Wack100 likes to talk his shit about SPI now, like we just talking about. He's talking shit to Master P, another legend of hip hop, and it just don't make no sense. Like, this guy's tomfoolery, fugaziness, and fuckery needs to stop, man. And SPI, before any of this, when he was still with G Unit, beefing with the game, was actually cool with Wack, had worked with Wack at Death Row, and shouted Wack out, was the first one to ever bring Wack's name into hip hop, even before this phone call when he was beefing with the game.
Spider Loc, that's my nigga.
I got 100 young niggas with me hollering 2 C's. Whacking food riders and my niggas from 2 B's. I wasn't there. That's a mistaken facts, cuz that me and Suge giving game a pass. I don't know nothing about that, my nigga. I wasn't there. Yeah, like why even mention these other niggas? No, I never heard of Wack being Game's manager other than Game's manager in the streets. No, I've never heard of Wack in the streets at all. I know Wack from being up at Death Row, the label. And then I do know of him from the streets of Pacoima because I got a cousin from Swan named D. Slim who actually happened to go to high school in Pacoima. And so through my cousin, I was able to like make reference to some shit. Like I knew some people that Wack. Then my studio was in North Hollywood, which is like in an area that's not friendly to Wack, but it's in his general area of gang. It's kind of far from our area. It was in the valley, North Hollywood. And like he always tried to give the impression that 40 Glock neighborhood is not involved in LA politics. Neither is his. There's a lot of people that are full-fledged gangbangers in Los Angeles that are not quite even aware of his gang. That's not decent. I know a whole gang of 2Ps, you know what I'm saying? I was the nigga that actually, brought some attention to them as a situation with this hip-hop. On the Bang of Doses, Wack was an ally of mine against gang. Figure.
So y'all see how it went down, man. Wack was a nobody, you know what I mean? He knew SPI from both their time at the Row, and I say the Row, Death Row when it was in the Row era, you know what I mean? Not much was really happening as far as success goes. And then SPI's with G Unit dissing the game, Wack's his ally. And then Wack is using SPI's name as well as Big U and many others when he's first coming into opportunity as the game's manager, calling in the Shade 4 or 5, trying to sound like a major factor, like a shot caller. And it was all, like I said, some fugaziness. Now, getting back to Master P, I'm going to pin the link to the Spider Loc video that I'm talking about, where, like I said, in this video, and I'm going to pin my previous video as well, where Wack just decides to throw Master P's name into all this, trying to accuse him of fronting like he owns, you know, a lot of his music and just different business ventures, and like he's lying and leading everyone down the wrong road. Like that's what Wack's trying to say. And like, come on, man. Like, I'm pretty sure if we look at Wack100 and Master P and look at their portfolios, I'm pretty sure that Master P's is gonna like big bank take little bank. Wack don't stand a shot. You know what I mean? And it just makes no sense. It shows you the type of BS that Wack be on to even try to have Master P's name in his mouth. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna pin the link, like I said, the SPI's video about Wack and my previous video about this. But SPI goes on to speak about how he's known Wack all these years. Wack claimed that he was his family, that was, you know, his man, etc. And when it came to business and all that, Wack did nothing for him. But he speaks about how when he worked with Master P, which I know they worked on the Paroled movie together, which I'll include a clip of that at the end of this, y'all. Make sure to check that out. You know, they did good business together. He said he worked with Master P for like one day, and Master P hit him with a $15,000 pair of 20-inch rims. And also he said he hit like a $10,000 lick working with Master P, which I'm assuming is working on the Parole movie. So, you know, this is a kind of long video, so I just want to wrap it up. But, you know, based on all this and what we're talking about here, like, how the fuck is Wack100 gonna have Master P's name in his mouth? Like, are you fucking crazy, Wack? Like, for real, you guys. Like, based on the Nipsey Hussle disrespect, Spider Loke exposing Wack, and you know, him, Wack, dick riding Big U, like, and all this, like, can it finally be official? I mean, dude's been exposed. Like, can we just cancel this bozo? Like, tap in the comments and let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I touched on in this video. Let me get up out of here. This is Jay Coffee Talk. I really appreciate everyone watching. Make sure to take that quick moment, sub to the channel, hit the notification bell. Daily videos, music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. I'm out of here, y'all.
Pay my debt.
You did time. There's a difference.
You don't know nobody. Nobody wants your ass. I'll show you what time it is. You can get touched, homeboy.
Nigga, what you so nervous about? You got something on your mind?
Hey, look, check this out. I don't know if this some type of weird-ass game to you or something.
Spider Loke
If it don't kill me, it's only gonna make me stronger, you know?
and Master P.
Look like parole turned out to be a fucking death sentence, huh?